protein is so important. Why is it so important?
Well, there's so many benefits for the body. Of course, we need protein to build muscle.
Yep.
But what a lot of people don't think about is you also need protein to make things like neurotransmitters, which when we think about those, serotonin and dopamine, serotonin keeps us feeling calm, at ease, helps us sleep, also makes antibodies. Protein makes antibodies, and those we need to fight infection. So really important for the immune system. A lot of people, I'd say, who are working out though, they're using it like for the weight management benefits and then to build muscle. But there's so many other benefits for sure.
So some people might be watching and thinking, why don't you just eat a steak?
Yeah, fair enough.
Like have a bunch of broccoli. Like, why not just get it from food sources? Why would you go with a protein powder?
Well, I would say food first for sure.
Yeah.
Because I always like to say supplements are supplemental to a healthy diet. But you know what? It's really like the convenience factor. You know, if you're in a rush in the morning and you don't have a lot of time for breakfast, or you can make your smoothie the night before and then sip it on your way to work. You know, better than not eating anything at all, because there's a lot of breakfast skippers. And unless you're like intermittent fasting, like don't be skipping breakfast. So I think the biggest factor is really the convenience. It's just easy. But I would say definitely like food first. You know.
Food first.
Yeah,
okay, that's good. Now, we're going to go through all of the different protein powders, or a bunch of them.
Yes,
but what are we looking for on the label?
Oh yeah, great question.
Confusing.
I know it can be a bit of a minefield when you go to like the health food store. There's like 50 bottles there. I always say, like, look at what it's actually made of. You know, look underneath. It's usually, if you turn the bottle around and you see the nutrition facts label, usually right underneath there is where the ingredients are. And just like when you're shopping for food, you want to look for as few ingredients as possible. Now, you may often see in more like plant-based proteins, you'll see different enzymes are added. That's okay, because that will help you with digestion. But what you want to watch out for are, you know, a long list of ingredients that you can't even pronounce. You have no clue what they are. Food additives and preservatives. Artificial sweeteners is a big one that I watch out for, and that is, I'd say, a really common culprit on protein powders. So, you know, like sucralose and aspartame, just avoid those. Stevia is a much better option. But what I'd recommend, because a lot of people don't like the taste of stevia, I don't mind it, but I would recommend, if you're gonna spend, you know, $30, $40, $50 on a big bottle of protein, I would see if you can get, oftentimes they have like a small sachet that you can buy that costs you $3, and you can taste it before you invest the money, and then you know if you like the taste, because they're not cheap, right?
So you're going to find that it is about taste and what you like, and it'll be about digestion as well. So let's walk through some of the different options out there. There's so many.
So this is sort of the animal-based proteins first. Whey protein has definitely been like the gold standard for a long time. That's what people have been using for, you know, decades, as like, this is the protein that, you know, absorbs the quickest, you get the best energy, but it's not for everybody. So whey protein is fantastic, but not all whey protein is created equal. You know, if you have a dairy sensitivity, because whey and casein protein are a byproduct of the dairy industry. So if you are sensitive to dairy, like millions of North Americans, then this may not be the best option for you. That being said, if you get a whey protein isolate and you're lactose intolerant, then you may be better with the isolate, because the lactose has mostly been removed, all the fat and the carbs. So what you want to remember about whey is that it absorbs quickly and easily, and so you will have a good boost of energy. You'll feel full, good for muscle building. Whereas casein protein absorbs much slower, which may make you feel full even longer, but not good if you have any type of dairy sensitivity.
Okay, that's good to know. I didn't know all of that.
Like, I can't do whey. I used to do whey for many years, and then my gut was like always feeling awful. Switched to a plant-based, I feel good. Then collagen. I have collagen here because a lot of people think that collagen is a complete protein, and they're using this instead of their whey or their, you know, plant-based protein. It is a source of protein, and collagen is actually the most abundant protein in the body, but it's not a complete protein. So don't be using collagen in your smoothies thinking that is your protein source, because there's no tryptophan, but collagen is great for your skin.
Yes, it
From
is.
a beauty perspective.
I take it too.
Yeah, collagen is amazing, amazing. So that could be in addition to your protein powder. Then we have all of our plant-based. So, you know, this is great for vegetarians and vegans, but also just people who, you know, may have a lot of allergies and food sensitivities.
Yep.
So like myself, I can't do whey, bothers my stomach way too much. So I use a variety of different plant-based protein powders. Now, you have a pea protein. By the way, pea protein is actually yellow peas, not green.
Okay.
Just couldn't find any.
Know.
Yeah, just so you know. But pea protein is great, a great range of amino acids. And I'd say that's kind of the one that most people go to when they go off of a whey. They try a pea protein. But you know what the key is with the single protein? So we have a pea protein, we have a pumpkin seed protein, we have a hemp protein. Yeah. You don't want to just only do pea and never do any other protein. You want to practice something called protein cycling if you're doing the single types of plant-based proteins. So buy a bottle of pea protein, and then once you finish that one, buy a different kind. Because you don't want to, if you're always having the same exact types of proteins, you can develop food sensitivities and allergies to those proteins because it's a very concentrated source of protein, right?
Is it the same with whey though?
Absolutely,
for sure. Cycle.
Always cycle your proteins.
I
think that's really, really important.
Okay.
I really like pumpkin seed. This is kind of a trendy one right now. I'd say pumpkin seed based protein. Definitely tastes like kind of pumpkin-y. Will definitely make your smoothie green, but that's okay if you're already adding spinach. But there's iron, there's magnesium, there's zinc, so really good for your immune system. Not like a complete source of protein though, just to keep that in mind. And then hemp as well. Hemp does have the full lineup of amino acids to make it essential, but it's technically not essential if you consider one of those amino acids is actually quite low. It's quite low in lysine. So that's why I think like mixing them up is good, but I really love hemp. You've got fiber in there, you've got iron and magnesium, and very easy to digest as well. And you also, depending how the protein is processed, you'll also get some good plant-based omega-3s.
Scoop for scoop, are you getting the same amount of protein in each one? Whether it's
no, you're not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you might have to put in more to get more protein out of the peas.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So whey is definitely depends on the brand, but anywhere from around 30 grams per scoop, sometimes higher. Pea, I would say, is one of the higher of the plant-based, but depending on how much you use, a scoop or like a really heavy scoop is going to be about 25 grams of protein.
That's good to know.
And then what I really like, though, are the blends. Like you see at the health food store, you can get a plant-based blend that has like, brown rice protein, hemp protein, pumpkin seed, mung bean. Those are my favorites, easiest on digestion, and if they're sprouted or fermented, if they're fermented, the nutrients are even more bioavailable and you have better absorption of the plant proteins. You don't get bloated. That's key. You don't want to get bloated after this great workout, drinking your smoothie, and then your stomach's like not feeling so good, right?
Yeah, very good. That was a good little education there. Thank you.